Million miles from the first two performances of the season. What was the difference tonight?
To be honest, I think just energy. We started the game at a higher tempo, and we was tired towards the end, but we kept going and we just stuck at it. They got a goal back and we didn't fold. We kept defending well, and it was an enjoyable game to play in.
Jayden, going into the game tonight, how much were the players burning after what happened last week? How much of that superb performance was based on a poor performance last week?
Yeah, obviously last week hurt a lot, so we knew we had to bounce back, and tonight we showed the fans what we can do, and we just have to carry on this momentum, and hopefully next week we get another win.
You had showed tremendous composure with your goal. How were you so aware of how much time you had?
To be fair, I didn't realise how much time I had, but once I chopped the defender, I just knew I had to compose myself to finish, so I'm happy I scored.
Marcus, was that vintage your goal, in behind?
Yeah, it was a goal that I've scored quite regularly, so important for me to get them types of goals. And I felt I was in good areas today, good positions. On another day I could have had a few more goals, so just keep going, keep working hard, and focus on the next game.
It clearly worked. Tell us about the manager's tactical switch at half-time when he pushed you out to that left side.
I think it's just the versatility that we have in the team. We can do many different things, especially in attack. So the game was going well. We were in the first half. We was attacking some good spaces, but we weren't quite getting the end product that I felt we deserved in the first half. In the second half, probably slightly less clear-cut chances, but we done better with them. And for us to be able to switch and chop and change positions like that is always a positive.
Jayden, a very welcome 3 points, first one in the season, but how important as well the manner of the victory tonight?
No, it means a lot to all of us. You can see how the fans reacted, and we knew it was a big game today, so we're just happy that we got the 3 points, but it's not over. We're on to the next game and focused till then.
Is it important as well, though, it gives you all belief that you're all united as one? It's a new manager, it's a transitional period in many ways, but if you can produce performances like that, you're going in the right direction.
For sure, we just have to produce like what we've done today every single game, so again, we're on to the next game. Happy that we got the 3 points, and we move on.
Congratulations, guys. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Yes, the goal scorers, Jadon Sancho, just scoring for the 4th time in his Premier League career for Manchester United. He said there, Paul, he didn't realise how much time he had, but as Micah said at half-time, if Mo Salah et al. Had scored that, they'd be creating the headlines and people would be getting very carried away.
Yeah, they would be, yeah, and I actually said that as well. I thought the composure, the lad, and that's what we've come to expect from him. We've seen him at Dortmund for a couple of years. OK, he had not a poor season, just a difficult season last year in a difficult team, but his composure showed there was brilliant. It's not always easy to do this, you're in a box, a crowded box, you think. And this takes real talent to do that. It's a great bit of skill. Puts 2 people down, puts Milner and the goalkeeper down, and that opens himself up to just slide it in the corner. But I thought he was good. I thought Marcus there with the other inter, I thought he was as good as he's been for probably 2 or 3 years. A real threat on a counter-attack running through, and Liverpool really struggled to deal with him.
Yeah, I mean, this is what United fans want to see. As Scholes, he said, we've not seen it enough, since he's been there. He's a young kid still learning his way, and it's tough going to United at such a young age. But moments like this would have just endeared him to the Man United fans. But you've got to do more of it. We want to see more of it week in and week out, and it's pleasing to see him and Rashford, on the score sheet.
And this caused much discussion within the Liverpool ranks, Macca.
Oh, I mean, it was a nice goal by Sancho, but it was awful defensively by Liverpool, wasn't it? Trent doesn't do enough to stop the 1-2, then get back and try and defend Sancho. Milner goes flying in, trying to delay it, and he's angry at Van Dijk for not stepping forward. Virgil van Dijk stands on the 6-yard box, hands behind his back, and is almost rooted. Once Sancho comes inside, he mightn't stop. He might be able to stop the goal from going in, but he has to come forwards. If he steps a yard forward, he instantly closes the angle down for the goal. Goalie's out the way, as you'd expect, but he has to come forward. And that's what Milner was having to go, and rightly so. And there was a load of people at fault for that goal, and there was more at fault for the second goal as well. And that's where Jurgen Klopp will be really angry with, and the Liverpool fans would be.
Well, let's see that second goal, because Marcus Rashford spoke about it in that position again that he found himself a couple of times tonight.
Well, this is where he's a big threat. Again, the ball breaks down a little bit. I think it's Henderson who gives it away. And as soon as he gets on his bike there, there's absolutely no stopping him. We thought he may have been just touch offside, maybe timed it, but it seemed like he's obviously timed it perfectly, and it's a great fit. It's a good finish, but again, for the Liverpool lads, A little bit disappointed with the goalkeeper. It's, you're not usually be able to slide it into that near post there. I think he gives him much too much of a gap to the right-hand side of him. But give him credit, Mark. This is what Marks is good at. He can finish it. He's had a really tough time, really low in confidence. So I'm hoping this will do him, especially the world of good.
From the Liverpool point of view?
Liverpool gave the ball away. I mean, Harvey Elliott tries to play a pass out to Mo Salah, which gets cut out, and then Henderson fails to deal with it, then Van Dijk fails to deal with it, Gomez steps up, and as Scholes said, it was too easy to goal. Once the ball's in front of Marcus Rashford, give him a load of credit, but if the goalkeeper's got that near post shut down, he has to open his body up to whip it round him, which is hard when the ball is right in front of you. But he didn't have to, because he just played it nice and straight. So his first touch, to go to Rashford's right, the goalkeeper's left, is a hard task when the ball's there. But he didn't need to, because it's right in front of him, the near post is open.
It's a really unusual goal, isn't it?
It is.
Like you say, you normally open your body and you go that way to bend it round.
Whip it right round.
He's actually done the same finish, bent it round in the near post, which is so unusual. You're thinking usually the outside of your foot maybe to bend it round the keeper, but I think the keeper's in a bad position.
Yeah, he's a top keeper.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm not a goalkeeping coach, but I still think he's going to act too quick, too early. I think he's got people chasing him back. If he goes further back, he allows himself to get himself in the right position. But listen, at the end of the day, Liverpool were disappointing. The amount of times me and Mac were just shaking our heads about.
What's wrong with them tonight, Paul?
There was just no intensity. There was no rhythm.
Missed big players, I think. In the middle of the pitch,
listen, I'm just not buying into that. Fabinho, like him, he comes on second half, they're a different team. He takes Henderson off. We were saying no disrespect to Milner, but, he's played the whole game. I just felt from the minute one they didn't look comfortable in how they set the team up. Yeah. Harvey Elliott playing, in a kind of holding position. When he was at Blackburn, he was playing on the right wing, scoring 15 goals a season. Now he's playing in a holding position. So I just felt, from a team point of view, there was misbalance, and I think that's why.
He was slow, weren't he?
Slow,
They gave the ball away, passes, simple passes. They gave the ball away a lot tonight, and they just lacked that intensity. Yes, they got the intensity going when they were 1 down, when they were 2 down. But it was all too late. You don't give these teams goal starts. We mentioned it before the game. Liverpool have fell behind too many times. Liverpool are starting the game slow. It's exactly the same today.
I thought Carvalho did well when he came on. Carvalho came on, he carried the ball, he was running forward. And that's why I'm talking about creativity in the middle of the pitch. Milner and Henderson, too similar. I keep mentioning it, 30-odd-year-olds playing in midfield. It's difficult. When Carvalho came on, missed Thiago, massive creative player for them. I thought when Carvalho came on, he's actually started running at the defence and trying to create a little bit more. So I thought they missed someone in the middle of the pitch.
Yeah, I don't disagree, Scholes. I would never disagree with you, my friend. You know what I mean?
From what we've seen so far this season, not pre-season, but this season from Manchester United and last season, it looks like it could be a difficult night. Let's start to look at what the positives might be. We saw when Rafael Varane came in last season, they announced his arrival on the pitch before the Leeds game. Manchester United went in 1-5-1. It lifted the crowd. It seemed to lift and galvanise the players. It looks like they're going to bring Casemiro in, and they're bringing in a player with that wealth of experience, that winning mentality, and that might just be something that can tip the players into, I don't know, a form of self-belief.
Well, I think the boys need somebody else in with them. You can see that. You can see the fact that they're really struggling confidence-wise. And he's 30 years old. He's won 5 Champions Leagues. He's at the base of one of the best midfields we've ever seen with Modric and Kroos. I think he's just what they need. He's got a mentality that he expects to win. He demands to win. And the point is, you need more players like that in and around that. I think United lost so many leaders and captains over a relatively quick space of time. Rio Ferdinand, Gary Neville, Paul Scholes, Ryan Giggs, the list goes on forever. And I don't feel like they have that nucleus there. I think he's a guy, you think about De Gea, you got Varane, you got Casemiro, you got Ronaldo. There's a decent spine there. And they need to come together, and I think he's perfect for them. Look, he's not going to score a ton of goals or get a ton of assists, but in terms of demanding the most from your teammates, you almost couldn't get a better guy. He's just a little bit old and probably costs a lot of money, but they're paying a premium for something really special.
I mean, how difficult was that position? You played a similar position, didn't you, to Casemiro? How difficult is it? Because he had lots of legs. Like, he's got Rodrigo, and he's got Vinicius Junior, and he's got 2 really highly intelligent attacking midfielders, Modric and Kroos in front of him. He's got Chelmani in there as well. Obviously, if they choose to play them alongside each other. Whereas at United, there isn't that quality, is there, on the same level?
Well, probably not. But I think if you look at all the teams that have won, whether it's Champions League, Premier Leagues, World Cups, they've all had that guy. Whether it's, you know, Kante at Leicester and at Chelsea and with France. You look at what Fabinho's done, Makelele, you look at what Fabinho's done for Liverpool. You know, every team, as much as we all talk about the front three and Alisson and Van Dijk, you need that guy in there because when you have so many attacking players, they're kind of at the base of it. And I think Casemiro